COVID-19, DNA testing, or infectious disease clinical testing? Welcome to P23 Labs, a high-complexity molecular diagnostics lab that uses the latest technology to offer a full suite of molecular diagnostic tests, clinical tests, and wellness consultations. We give you access to knowledge and healthcare resources that will transform your health. Schedule an appointment and order your custom test today with our healthcare team. www.p23labs.com.
Are you tired of being overcharged and forced into paying a monthly subscription for your Mac and Windows software? Well, if you are, currently we're having a 50% off discount on all the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 213-640-9738. That's 213-640-9738. We aim to please, so expect 24/7 technical support, the latest premium software, instant software links delivered to your email, and PayPal Buyer's Protection Guarantee. All the latest Mac and Windows software, such as AutoCAD.
Do you notice your dog has low energy and all-day hunger cravings? If so, get our premium energizing and appetizing organic dog food, a dog's best friend. Be sure to text us today as our 50% off deal is ending shortly. Every purchase you make, a portion of the profits goes towards helping abused and malnourished dogs of America. Text "Need A+ Dog Food" to 323-403-5697. That's 323-403-5697. Also, if you would like to make a donation towards the cause, text us "Help Dogs" and we will direct you to one of our agents.
Yo, what's going on, guys? What is happening? We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Let me just throw some things on my social media and we'll be good to go. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. Let me just throw a couple of these things on my social media, then we're going to be good to go. Glad to have everybody tuning in. I need everybody to hit the like button. I need y'all to hit the subscribe button. I also need you to share this on your social media, ladies and gentlemen. Share this broadcast right now while everybody's gathering on in the room. Oh yeah, I got my Marion Barry shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts here from the infamous "The Bitch Set Me Up," Marion the Bitch Set Me Up Barry. What y'all know about that? Just paying homage to the Honorable Marion Barry. All right, so we're in here, ladies and gentlemen. We're in here. Glad to have y'all tuning in. By the way, don't forget the new Mink Slide EP, Funk on Wheels, coming out in 2 weeks. I need you to pre-order right now. Hit that link right below and pre-order the Mink Slide EP called Funk on Wheels. Ladies and gentlemen, people are loving the phone down video. People are absolutely loving the video. We got over 100,000 views on the video within a couple of days. So people are loving phone down. They love that cut. So shout out to everybody who's supporting and sharing the video. Share it all on your social media, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to blow this thing up. We're having a bussy-free R&B movement. You feel me? That's why it's getting so much love, because there's so few R&B joints out here and videos that's bussy-free. You dig? So a lot of people are loving the Mink Slide video, the new Mink Slide joint, Phone Down. Some grown and sexy player vibe, old school vibe, man, real good stuff. And we got another video coming out the same day the full album is coming out. The video is called Slide to You. It's an up-tempo joint. So the Mink Slide project is a very fun project. Very fun project. I see people are coming on in the room now. People are coming on in the room. Someone will say, when did I learn to sing? I could hold a note, man. I could always hold a little note. I could always hold a note, man. But the thing is, you know, I just started doing the records because, you know, the music thing was really a hobby. And my thing is, I want certain things in certain genres of something, and when I can't get it from the public or from the industries that create these things or that push these things, I just do it on my own. Like with movies, I started doing documentaries because there were nobody was doing documentaries talking about real black issues or real black history. All the movies that were coming out were Precious, The Blind Side, anything with something black, it was negative. So I said, well, damn it, I'm going to have to start getting out here and doing these movies. Even when I was doing books, there were no books at the time when I started writing books. There were no books really talking about dating and relationships from a black person's, really a young black person's perspective. A lot of the books that came out were corny. So I said, let me write a book. I'll write a damn book. And my book became a bestseller, The Art of Mackin', and then all of the subsequent books after that. So now when I look at music, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at music now, when you look at so-called R&B, basically it's a bunch of dudes basically kind of singing, rapping over trap beats, and they're singing about tricking off at the strip joint, popping mollies and doing drugs and simping. It ain't nothing wrong with a little simping if you do it in a romantic, classy way. There's a classy way to simp. But niggas, you know, the R&B now is, hey, let me lick your ass at the strip club. I said, okay, we got to have something a little better than that. Or the R&B or the pop music that we have out now has a damn agenda. We got, you know, niggas walking around doing pop records with pregnant stomachs and dudes Bucci popping in videos. You understand? So we're not getting some real thorough R&B no more. I mean, when you look at radio, look at what's out there. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody. Some of the stuff is catchy, some of it is cool, but just some of that player shit, some shit where just it's a man and woman doing their thing. There's no agenda. You dig? I'm not trying to push no bullshit. I'm not trying to recruit your kids into doing nothing goofy. Just some cool ass grown and sexy R&B that's been missing. So we did a cool grown and sexy throwback type of R&B record where it's dudes and women chopping it up. Ain't nobody cracking their butt cheeks open in a jail scene doing choreographed Bucci popping. You understand? In jail. It's bussy-free music. And I think that's why a lot of people are gravitating towards it. They like that old school vibe. We're just taking it back to what it's supposed to be. You understand? So that's what you're going to get with the new Mink Slide joint. The lady said I look like a whole snack. I'm trying. Yeah, and notice the lady said that. Now, I wasn't trying to look like a snack for the dudes. And if that's your get down, well, you got other people who can do that. If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. I'm not knocking what you do, but damn, can we get balance? Family, the game right now, it's about an agenda. Every time we see a black male, period, at this point, coming from the white corporate structure, there's always some agenda attached to the brother. You can't even get in that game right now with the corporate structure without some type of agenda being pushed, dude. Look at the artists that's coming out. It's mandatory for niggas to wear dresses at this damn point. It's damn near mandatory for them to have brothers out here parading around in dresses, ladies and gentlemen. At the, what award show was there tonight? There was some kind of award show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Emmys. The Emmys was tonight. This was tonight, by the way. I don't even know who this guy is. Carl Clemens Hopkins. He rocks a bold look for the Emmys. So they got this brother with his shoulders out and a dress on. So right now, it's just, they're not even hiding the agenda at this point, dude. They're not even hiding it. These are the requirements to come out now. At the Met Gala, they had so many brothers in dresses at the Met Gala, and then this is what they try to do that's slick. They try to put these dudes in these women's clothes and try to act like there's some kind of historic context to it. Actor Jeremy Pope dedicated his Met Gala outfit to slave attire. So this is supposed to be, I guess, his nightgown. They got it looking like a cotton sack. So it's supposed to have some kind of historic relevance. Hold on. So they got this nigga gown. Hold on. Okay. No. So that's supposed to be some kind of slave gown that they're trying to put some kind of fake historic context to it. No, that's just a damn dress this nigga got on. Okay? Stop it. Y'all not gonna try to run the whammy bammy on us with this bullshit, dude. So that's what it is, dude. The agenda is in full swing. Ladies and gentlemen. They're not trying to hide it. The agenda is in full swing. Some of these people, I don't even know who they are. Yeah, they get our culture and just completely disrespect it. Notice how they always try to tie in the LGBT stuff with foundational Black American history. They try to tie that in, this flimsy bullshit tie-in. Yeah, enslaved foundational Black Americans didn't wear that shit. It wasn't a fucking fashion show on no damn plantation, all right? You see the game that they're playing out here? So this is why I got so many projects, so many great independent projects coming out, independent films, independent music, independent books. My book that I've been working on for a minute, I haven't had a book out in over a decade. My new book, Race Baiter, that's going to be out before Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a huge bestseller, I'm telling you now. I go so deep in this book, it's going to be a huge bestseller. My book, Race Baiter, is going to be out before Christmas. It's going to be a great Christmas gift for the family. It's going to be out in hard copy, hardback. My first hardcover book. So we're just getting the editing and all that done on the book right now. Where's this coming from? Okay, I hate when this happens, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Got it. Sorry, guys. Damn. Get YouTube Premium. All right. This isn't from YouTube. It's from some of the other pages I got up. I hate when they do that shit. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Everybody come on in the room. Everybody come on in. And speaking of the museum, guys, let me give y'all an update on the museum. We're waiting on the seller to really sign off on the museum. We are trying to get the land out there on Crenshaw Boulevard, and we have a backup property that's literally across the street. There's a backup. We had a few backup plans. One of our backup plans, there was a building directly across the street that we're going to get to if the land is whatever. So we're waiting on an answer from both properties. Ironically, both properties are owned by the same people. I want to let y'all know something. On Crenshaw Boulevard, a lot of the properties around Crenshaw Lamert Park is all owned by a handful of white people. These white families, it's like a very small group of them who own a lot of the property out there. So our team is ready. We have the money ready. All of our paperwork is in line. Everything is straight on our end. We're ready. We're sitting here with our pens in our hands, like, hey, who do we make the check out to? Okay? I'm letting you know, we're ready. We're ready. We're here with the check. We got our pencils ready. Let us know who to make the check out to. Okay? We're waiting on them. They're on some, well, there's other people who put in an offer. We got to hear this thing. So they're playing the offer game with us. We're going to know some more stuff by tomorrow. You dig? But we're just waiting on them. We're waiting on them. We're waiting on them. So we're ready. We're waiting on them to just give us the green light, tell us where to sign. We're waiting on them. We got everything ready. We're completely ready. They're stalling a little bit, but we're going to get the damn museum. Whatever. We're getting the museum. Okay? We're going to get this damn museum. So I'm just giving y'all an update on where we are. We would have bought it already if it wasn't. They're the ones who just kind of taking their time on it. It's going to happen. Yeah, they're the ones who are, the sellers are stalling right now. The sellers are stalling right now, but we're ready. We've been ready. We are ready. Okay? But we're going to get the museum. That's going to happen. So I'm just letting folks know what's the process right now. We are ready. Okay? So we're going to make it happen. And we're going to get a couple other backup plans just in case. Yeah, we kind of have a feeling they're going to try to highball us because they told us what the offer is, what their rate was for the square footage. We're like, cool. All right, we got that. They were like, oh, shit. I guess they ain't used to black folks having the shit. When they told us what the offers were for both properties, yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that. So now, I don't know if they're trying to stall so they can come in and say, hey, there's some other people who want to get it for this amount, so you're going to have to give us a little bit extra. But we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it do what it do. All right? We're going to make it do what it do. Yeah? So it's going to happen. We're going to make that thing happen. So we're waiting on them. We're just waiting on them. So, no, you got to kind of, because we got to get permits. So we got to let folks know, and we got to let the city know. We got to let the city know what we're doing. We got to let the city know what we're doing. So we're going to make it happen. Yeah, they did the same thing with Crenshaw. They did the same thing with Crenshaw Mall. That whole different bids and we're gonna make this shit happen, dude. Don't worry. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. And I really want it in that area. I really want it in that area. I do not want it in. Push comes to shove, we would have to take it somewhere outside of the neighborhood, which I really don't want to do. That's some old push come to shove shit. We want to get it right there in that area. We're going to try our damnedest to get it right there in that area. But we're going to make it happen one way or the other. That thing is going to happen. It is going to happen. Somebody said, Peanut made me put my ring on. No, we just got our rings, because we had lost our rings and we just got them back a couple of months ago. We had to get some new ones a couple of months ago. But we're here. Oh yeah, speaking of the museum, and I'm getting people to work on certain projects and sculptures already because we're gonna get this shit popping. As a sister, Dominique, who sent me this beautiful piece of art right here. Look at this right here. This is made out of wood. This is wood. Nails. If you see, this is nails and wool. So she did this beautiful art piece. This is wool. This is made out of wool right here. This is beautiful, man. Our sister Dominique sent this piece in. This is beautiful, man. I'm so in love with this right here. Our good FBA sister Dominique. Shout out to Dominique. Shout out to my sister Dominique. That is beautiful, man. Shout out to our sister Dominique. And Dominique, that's our sister. Dominique is a handsome stud. She's a handsome stud. That is our stud sister. Much love to Dominique. Dominique, that is our sister. Very handsome stud. She's very talented. Dominique, I would like to know, where the hell did you learn that? Dominique, did you learn that in women's prison? That's a very amazing skill to have, Dominique. Were you in prison for doing some stud shit, beating up niggas, and you went to prison and learned that you are a talented woman. That's our sister. That is very creative. Yes, Dominique, I thought Dominique was a dude. She's our stud. Yes, she is. I thought she was a dude because her name was King. It was like King D or some shit. It was, oh, I thought it was a dude. The screen name was King D. I guess the D stood for dildo, because then I saw her page. She sent me a note, a beautiful note, like, I'm King D, but my real name is Dominique. Oh, okay. Okay, Dominique. Mad cool. What's up? Well, let me find Dominique's her page. Dominique, cool. I'm cool with studs. I love some of these studs. Dominique is our stud. Yeah? I love her. That's our sister. Yeah? Hold on. Let me see if I can find her Instagram page real quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Let me find that gram. Let me find Dominique. I'm going to show y'all our sister's page. Damn it. Hold on. 1 second, because they start doing this, so I got to do security logins and all this shit. Hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me put this in real quick. Hold on. All right, let me show y'all our sister's Dominique's. Let me show y'all her page. Not now. Okay, where's Dominique's page? Hold on 1 second. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, let me show y'all Dominique's page. Is it Nappy for Life? She's in here. Yes, Dominique King. She's in here right now. That's our sister, Dominique King. Yeah, so she used the name. Dominique is very talented. Okay, this is our sister Dominique right here. This is Dominique, her page. Let me show my sister's page. This is a talented sister. Wood, wool, steel. That's her art page. And she got a woman's ass on there. So she like what I like. This is our sister Dominique right here. The very handsome stud. Look, great artwork. We got it, Dominique, sister. We got to get you to do some more stuff. Dominique, I'm going to have to take you to a WNBA game so we can enjoy the game together. That's our sister Dominique. Lovely, handsome sister. Dominique, she got some artwork of some titties. Oh, yeah, all that stud shit. She like what we like. Yeah. Shout out to Dominique. Very talented sister. Dominique, what's your personal page, my sister? Dominique, I gotta have you do some more stuff. Dominique, sister, can you do some big, like a real big, I want to get you to do some big murals. She is cute. Dominique's cute. She's a very handsome stud. And she be pulling all the women. She's a handsome sister. But she is very, very talented. That's amazing. That is amazing. You know? So I want to get Dominique, I want to get you to do something very, very real big. Yeah? That is our sister. No, somebody says she's pretty, not handsome. I don't want to be offensive now. Now let's stop that. I don't want to be offensive by calling her pretty. That might be offensive. She's trying to pull. She's trying to pull some women. I don't want to insult her. I got to treat her like one of the bros. Yeah? But shout out to our sister. That's our FBA sister. And she played a joke on my ass. She sent me a box of peanut brittle. Dominique played a joke on my ass. She sent me that box of fucking peanut brittle. Hold on, let me show y'all. That was her who sent the peanut brittle to me. Hold on, Dominique hit me with the peanut brittle. Hold on, she sent me, this is what she sent me. That was Dominique who sent that to me. She sent me the peanut brittle. And it was the regular one. It wasn't the sugar-free kind. That was the ones I had issues with. And let's be very clear. For the record, I ate the whole fucking box. I'm not going to even front. I ate the entire box and it was very delicious. But I will ask y'all, do not send me no peanut brittle. Please don't do that. Even though I ate the whole damn box, do not send me no peanut brittle because you know that triggers certain issues with me and y'all going to give me withdrawals. And that's just not nice to do to people. So anywho, let's get into some other activities here. I need y'all to hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. As we know right now, ladies and gentlemen, down in Texas right now, you have a lot of Haitian migrants. And look at the words they're using. They're using the word migrants. A lot of Haitians trickled over from Mexico into Texas. Now, for the longest, they've been allowing illegal immigrants, Hispanics, all these other groups to come over here unhindered. They sit up here and let them just trickle down because they have the complexion for the protection. They got these Afghans coming in here where they're chipping them off with paper. We got foundational Black Americans over here who are homeless, who need money, who need resources, but they're using our tax dollars to chip off Afghan immigrants and refugees and give them housing, giving them shelter, food, checks, health care. They're giving money to Asian groups, all of these other immigrant groups who have the complexion for the protection. But now that the Haitian immigrants have flooded over here, they've changed the language. They're using terms like invasion. They're not using immigrants, they're using migrants. Now, we're not letting them over here. They're just kind of migrating over here, and we're going to migrate their ass back. They're shipping them back out as we speak. They're getting the Haitians out of here. They don't have the complexion for the protection. All right? This is an article that came out today. Right here. Agents on horseback. Hold on. Round up Haitian migrants after closing Rio Grande crossing where 15,000 have congregated under a Texas bridge. First removal flights arrives in Haiti with up to 8 flights scheduled per day. Boy, they got Spirit Airlines going on with niggas. They got 8 flights a day flying out. That's more than damn Delta in Atlanta. They are flying. They done found a way to fly niggas up out of here with the quickness. They're getting them out of here. They do not have the complexion for the protection. They're sending them back very quickly. And boy, look at how they're treating them. Boy, they're rounding them up the minute they get over here. They let Hispanics come over and they film them and just let them wander around and do whatever. Look at how they're treating the Black Haitians. Look at these images, boy. They're on horseback with ropes. They look like whips. Look at this. They're going back and forth to Mexico to get food. Look, they're grabbing them up. Look at the white supremacists on horseback, grabbing them up. Look at them. Snatching them up. You don't see them doing this to Asians or Hispanics or nothing, boy. They're naked babies. Yeah, they're rounding up. Look at the plane. Boy, they got the plane popping. They're loading them up. They're getting them on them planes so fast, they dropping them off in Haiti. That's them getting off them planes in Haiti now. They look at them on them planes, They're getting them up out of here, dude. Look at Joe Biden. All right, look. They don't have the complexion for the protection. They don't have it. And here's the thing. You see, a lot of the migrants, which it's unfortunate what's going down. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Yeah? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. So look. They're getting folks up out of here. They're getting people the hell up out of here. And as we see, there's not a lot of pushback from foundational Black Americans. There's not a lot of pushback. You understand? The pushback is damn near non-existent. You don't see a lot of black folks in America like putting a cape on. Why is that? Why don't you see a lot of Black Americans putting a cape on, saying, hey, this is an issue that, this affects all of us, this is wrong, and this shouldn't happen? Even though it's unfortunate to see any black people suffering, it's very unfortunate to see that. But as you see, a lot of black folks are kind of saying, hold your own nuts on this situation. Why are so many black people seemingly with the hold your own nuts mentality? Why are we saying hold your own nuts? Well, let me show you why we're saying hold your own nuts. Because of this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're not really pushing back too much, and this is why we don't have the cape on. This right here is why. And this right here is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're not really giving too much pushback. This right here is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're not giving too much pushback, because of what's happening with the Caribbeans getting turned back around. Are you feeling where I'm going with this? No, somebody says she ain't Haitian. No. They're Caribbean, though. No. They're Caribbean, though. All of these people are from different spots of the Caribbean. I showed that to say this, because I could show some Haitians. There's some Haitians out here who are just like these guys. I could show Roland's big old Queen Latifah built ass. You understand? But you get my point. You got a lot of Caribbean. I'm just showing, because Caribbeans look at themselves as a group. A lot of Caribbeans, especially the coon class, they look at themselves as a group. That's why I showed different Caribbeans. Candace Owens, she identifies as Caribbean. Stephen A. Smith, his family's from the Virgin Islands. Tarana Burke, her family is from, is it St. Kitts? One of those places. They're from the Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're not giving no pushback. That's why we're kind of like, do what you do. That's unfortunate, but that ain't really our problem, no. That's why we ain't got the capes on, because we didn't have the capes on for a long time, and this is what y'all done gave us. Y'all done gave us this. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't put the cape on for the Caribbean for a long time, and then y'all send us back this, people who get up with the white supremacists to attack us. So yeah, we ain't really so gung-ho about people flooding over here like that. That's unfortunate, but it ain't our problem. That's how we're looking at it. We don't like to see nobody suffer. I don't want to see nobody suffer. But family, we already got our own issues here. We got a homeless problem here. Black people are suffering stuff. We got our own issues that we need our own resources for. We already got to fight for our own little meager resources because we done already let a bunch of coons over that we done fought for, and these coons done undermined us. So we're already fighting the coon brigade that's here. So we just don't, we can't take on anybody else's issues. Somebody said I could have got a better picture. Really? Really? Yeah, dude. You know, y'all, we done got all the world star. See, y'all, we put on the cape for you. You come over and you give us world star. And all of these degrading things that degrade foundational Black Americans. Too many of the tethers have been coming over after we helped them, and they come over here after we help them and degrade us and then sit up here and call us bullet bags and talk greasy about us, how we're lazy Yankees and lazy Akatas and how we need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. So, all right, well, pull yourself up by yours. No hating. I'm not hating anybody. And again, that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. But it's time for us, we're treating everybody the same way they treat us. We're treating every other group the same exact way they treat us. Family, I've been over to all of these countries to try to create a lane where we can all get together and build together. Man, these other countries, Haiti included, they ain't really trying to build with us like that. Family, I did the premiere movie about Haitian history. That was us, a foundational Black American, did the quintessential movie about Haitian history. My movie 1804, that's taught all over the world. Taught in Haiti, as a matter of fact. It's the best movie, hands down, on Haitian history. And I've been to Haiti, given a lot of money to Haitian charities, Haitian organizations, and in return, I wanted, hey, why don't y'all do some dual citizenship type of deal with us? Or let's do something where we get some land allocated and let's build on some land. I told people over there, I've been over there and I said, hey, look, out of my own pocket, I'll build houses for people out of my own pocket. I'll build houses, let me know what's needed so that's an act of good faith, and then you guys can there's a lot of land over here, allocate some land to us so we can build over here. Let's do good business with each other. Let's build. And it was a bunch of hemming and hawing and ain't nobody biting on it. You dig? Even in Africa, dude, again, I done went over to Africa to try the same thing, man. Hey, there's a lot of land here. Why don't somebody allocate some of the land over here to us, allocate some land so we can build. So let's build over here. Let's build something. Not just like one or two niggas. Let's just build. Let's get something really cracking. Let's get it cracking. They get the hemming and hawing. All right, if that's what it is, do you. Yeah, they don't never want to give no citizenship, no dual citizenship. They want to come over here and eat up all of the Dr. Martin Luther King grants and the Dreamer, which is based on Dr. King and all the Dreamer programs. They eat up all that shit. But when we say, hey, man, give us a couple of acres of all this land, dude, we get this shit popping. Well, I don't know, nigga, the government. What do you mean the government? Ghana didn't give shit, dude. Let's stop with that Ghana stuff, okay? Ghana, there's so much red tape with the right to abode in Ghana. There's so much red tape with that. It ain't popping like that in Ghana, dude. Don't get fooled. There's a lot of red tape with that right to abode in Ghana. There's a lot of red tape with that. Yeah, and look, black folks who go to Ghana, we want to go there. Let's really go there. Because black folks who go to Ghana, some of them get treated funny style. Because those Ghanaians be on some bullshit. They be trying to overcharge foundational Black Americans. They're like, hey, we're going to treat them niggas worse than we treat white folks. So now if something is $2 for the locals, it's going to be $20 for the Foundation of Black Americans. They do little shit like that over there. There's a lot of contempt. And there have been Black Americans. There was a family from Detroit who was killed over there in Ghana. You understand? Google that. So yeah, they got that tribalism thing over there heavy. Same thing happening in Liberia. Yeah, the red tape has red tape. Yeah. It's a lot of red tape. All that year return and all. Yeah, you can return to come bring some money and drop it off and then take your ass back. Yeah, you can return and then return your ass back up out of there. You understand? That's real shit. But listen, we done tried to cut deals with cats and try to reach out to folks and say, hey man, let's build this, let's get this so-called Pan-Africanism thing going. Ain't nobody biting. People ain't biting on it. So now we're letting folks know to hold your own nuts. What's happening is unfortunate. We can't take on nobody's problems right now, especially when we know what the outcome is going to be. We sit up here and we stretch what little meager resources we have, and then we get you on your feet, and then you step up and you turn into a coon. All of a sudden, we done built your ass up, and you running around with a MAGA hat on. You understand? So yeah, we cool on that. We cool. No disrespect. I hope you make it back home safely. You understand? We hope you get back home safely. We hope you go back to your home, get rid of that tribalism and start building. Get a code. Because see, what we're trying to do, we're getting on code. We're getting on code over here. We're getting on code, ladies and gentlemen. And we already have to deal with our domestic coons. We're getting our domestic coons up out of here. We don't need foreign coons. That's the last thing we need. We already got a problem with domestic coons. And see, a lot of these immigrant groups who are trying to shame us for not rocking with Biden, well, understand, it's Biden done filled up them planes with gas. It was Biden, he personally put gas in them planes to get their asses out of here. Biden was like, give me $20,000 on pump 3 to get these niggas right up out of here. All of that. Remember, Biden was telling the Congressional Black Caucus, y'all better get ready. Y'all better learn how to deal with all these Hispanics coming over here. Y'all niggas better learn how to deal with them. Y'all better get ready to deal with these Hispanics. But you don't have to deal with the Negroes coming over because Biden already has a gassed up plane ready to take them back. Your boy Biden. And speaking of Biden, did y'all see the article about Biden? This week, hold on, where's that article? Where's that article about Biden? Oh yeah, y'all boy Biden, all you Biden sexuals out there. Your boy Biden's genealogist revealed Joe Biden's family owned multiple slaves. Okay? So Biden comes from a long slave-owning family and he still talks like he owned slaves. Okay? Biden still talks like he owns slaves. His family owns slaves and he still has that slave master mentality and relationship with Negroes. Tell me what the hell is the difference between Biden's family in 1840 and Biden's family right now? What's the damn difference? This scene right here has been going on in Biden's family for the last 300 years. Okay? What's the damn difference? This is the relationship that Biden has with his niggers. He still owns slaves who gets in good trouble. Tell me what the damn difference is with Biden's slave-owning family and his Sambos right now. What the hell is the damn difference? This nigga still owns slaves. Yeah? But look, the people down there, unfortunately, they did not have the complexion for the protection. right now, the white supremacists, their numbers are already flimsy. Right now, they are hypersensitive about their numbers. The last thing, they're bringing over all of these soon-to-be white groups to bolster their numbers. The white supremacists are going extinct. So they have to ingratiate other groups into whiteness in order to survive. Whiteness has always been about allowing other groups in because whiteness is really a false construct. That's a false construct. Even the concept of race. But particularly whiteness. Because the Aboriginal people of the planet were never white. So in order to maintain this outlier group of non-melanated people, you have to take special precautions to do so. And the white supremacists are very hypersensitive about their genetics and their numbers and their race. They're very sensitive about that. So the thought of waves of black people coming over, that's terrifying. This is why they use terms like invasion and swarm and all of this stuff. In 2045, they're going to be the minority over here. The last thing they're going to have is a bunch of black identifying people come over here in large numbers. You know, they let selected coons come over. See, they don't mind a one or two, a Stephen A. Smith or Candace Owens. They don't mind one or two coming over who's been properly vetted. They got to vet them niggas and make sure they're coon ready, and then they prop them up and blow them up. You understand? But a large number of unvetted Negroes, no, that's not going to happen. So their numbers are very flimsy right now. So the white supremacists, because they know they're going to be a minority, they're going to become more hostile. See, this is why we got to be on top of our game. They're going to be more hostile, and the race soldiers are going to be more lenient on the white supremacists and their activities. And this is a gift and a curse. See, this is the gift and curse of white supremacy. You get privileges and benefits based on whiteness, but the privileges and benefits can also be deadly. And because these privileges and benefits can be deadly, meaning that if you harm somebody, you usually, as a white person, you'll get a slap on the wrist, which encourages you to do more harm. You understand? For example, there's a white woman, there's a video. I want to say this is in Illinois. I don't know where this is. But there was a black woman arguing with this Karen. This Karen was arguing with this sister. And the police came. And I want y'all to see how the police was protecting the white supremacist Karen. I want you to see how on code the officer was with this white Karen, who's literally using the N-word, just using racial epithets. And the race soldier actually got hostile with the black woman who was the victim of this white supremacist Karen. Now look at this. Look at how they're getting on code.
The drink's done.
You fucking stupid cunt. Stupid cunt, yeah.
She just called me a stupid cunt. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, you know what? You are a fuck. You're the problem and you're the nigger. I got it. You fucking said it.
Now, family, now let me pause this. Now, listen. This white woman just sat up in front of police and committed a hate crime. What she did is federally illegal. That is a hate crime, right? Because when black people in New York says something about a Chinese person or an Asian person, they're handcuffed and they're given the perp walk. Remember? Remember the black people in New York who kept getting paraded around? You say something to anything negative about an Asian person, you just say something that's remotely negative, you're going to do a perp walk and you're hit with federal hate crime charges. The sisters down in Texas, they got into an argument with some Asians. They got hit with hate crime charges. You call an Asian person an epithet, you're going to get hit with hate crime charges. This woman is in front of a damn police officer using a racial epithet, committing a hate crime. They're sitting right there protecting her. You understand? See, the thing about the law is that it's racially enforced. That's part of the code. See, they say, well, the law is the law, but who's going to enforce the law? You pick and choose on who you're going to enforce the law on and who you're going to protect. That's how white supremacy works. So the laws don't mean anything if you're not going to enforce them equally. See, when it comes to black people, they throw the book at us and then say, well, it's not racism, it's the law. I got to give you 20 years because it is the law. You dig? You stole a honey bun out of a store. I have to give you 30 years for stealing a honey bun. You dig? Hold on. This one brother, hold on. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Right here, this brother right here, hold on. Hold on, let me show y'all something. This dude from Love and Hip Hop. Just to give you an example. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me show y'all something. I like to have my stuff ready. Okay, this guy right here, he used to be on Love and Hip Hop. This dude who used to be on Love and Hip Hop, Maurice, right here, his name is Maurice Fane, I don't know. Love and Hip Hop star Atlanta, Maurice Fane, I don't know his last name. Fane, sentenced to 17 years for pandemic fraud scheme. So he did a PPP loan, which a lot of people did, and got some money for the PPP loan. They done threw the book at this brother, gave him damn near 20 years in jail for damn PPP loan fraud. Yeah? Okay. Submitted a P. So yeah, they gave this brother 20 years for PPP loan fraud. All right. So that gives you an example of how they go overboard with enforcing the law against us, but they're lenient when it comes to other people. Now let me play the rest of this, Karen.
You guys know you're the problem. Unfortunately. Stop. Let's go. I'm out of my bar.
We got it.
You guys are the problem. You are the problem. Get your fucking white ass out of my bar.
Why is that not showing? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Why is this not playing? Hold on. Can y'all see? Okay. Hold on.
Next time. Fuck you. Don't. You fuck out. Emperor. Get the fuck out. To my friends in my face. Unfucking
Miss,
legal.
please, we really don't need you falling up behind me. Everything else is safe.
Go ahead.
I don't want you in my face.
I'm not in your face. We're not dangerous.
Okay. Your word it doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, could you?
Now look at how hostile he is towards the sister. Now this is the sister who was getting yelled at and called a nigger. And look how hostile the race soldier is towards the sister.
Your word it doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, could you please just back
My word doesn't mean anything?
No, you rolling up behind me. I can touch you.
You cannot.
This is my safety, okay?
This is your safety?
What
What
do
do
you asked us to do.
Weapons on, dude.
I don't care.
We
I don't know
don't
I don't know you from Adam. You might have
We're
weapons
not
on
doing
you.
shit.
Okay, then let us
We're
conduct
not
our
fighting.
job and
Go
stay
ahead.
away. Thank you.
So he's hostile towards the sister. The white woman is up here. They had to call the cops on the white woman. She's committing hate crimes, and his ass is hostile towards the sister.
You fucking asshole.
I don't know what transpired there, but the manager asked you to leave.
And they're still coddling this damn woman. This is white supremacy right here. This is why these Karens do all this, because they know when the race soldiers show up, they're going to be on code with them. They're still coddling this woman.
Actually, one of the managers as well.
Jamala, why do you call the owner?
I did.
Now listen, when black people disturb the peace, we get the cuffs. We get the cuffs, dude. This woman is committing all types of crimes, and they're still trying to get her to go home. They're trying to force this woman to stop committing different crimes. She's trespassing, disturbing the peace, committing a hate crime. Just get home. They want you to leave. Just get home. They stay on code, dude. This is the white supremacist code.
He told me to tell you to leave and call the cops. And he doesn't need to come here. He told me to tell you to leave.
Come here.
He doesn't need to be here. He doesn't need to be here.
Only white people could get away with this shit. Is so dumb, man.
White people get away with what shit? I love how it's always a white person problem.
No, we're not.
Oh, now listen to Ray Soldier. So now he's getting mad because she's calling out the white privilege and the white supremacy. So his little white supremacist ass, yeah, I like how this is a white problem. Yeah, motherfucker, because you ain't doing nothing to this woman. Yeah, it's a white supremacy problem. He's practicing white supremacy and he's getting mad because he's being called out for practicing it. This is how on code they are. You dig? Hold on.
I love how it's always a white person problem.
No, we're not
Like,
doing that right now.
Right?
oh, yeah, we
And
are.
listen to her, listen to her. They're co-signing each other. Yeah, right. I'm with him. Right. So all the white supremacists are on code with each other. They're co-signing each other. See, this is how the white supremacist game work, family. Yeah?
You did. You went there.
Stop. You need to
I'm
go.
sorry.
Let's go. Zip up your bag.
But let me show. The sister said something, and I want y'all to catch this. This sister said something. I want y'all to catch this. A lot of folks miss this. But listen to this. Something that the sister said. Hold on. Hold on.
You guys know you're the problem. Unfortunately.
Stop. Let's go.
Out of my bar.
We got it.
You guys are the problem. You are the problem. Get your cis white ass out of my bar.
Get your cis white ass.
Out of my bar.
We got it.
You guys. You guys know you're the problem. Unfortunately.
Stop. Let's go.
Out of my bar.
We got it.
You guys are the problem. You are the problem. Get your cis white ass out of my bar. You fucking kidding me? You call me the N-word, then it will.
Okay, so that right there, she was like, get your cis white ass. So now the sister, who's LGBT, obviously, because that's some shit that LGBT folks be using. I want y'all to catch that. And then black folks, get off that stupid shit. She tried to make it a racial and a gender thing. See how she tried to y'all don't play that game. These people are practicing white supremacy. This didn't have a goddamn thing to do with no gender. That's the black woman who's being victimized based on her race. She tried to crowbar some gender LGBT shit in there that don't even apply. Black folks, stop doing that sucker shit. Yeah, a lot of folks didn't catch that part. Yeah, that whole cis thing, that's kind of an insult to heterosexual people. So she tried to make it a gender thing too. Yeah, that was weird to say because see, a lot of these black folks who are LGBT, they think that there's something other than black. So in their mind, yeah, you're calling me a nigga, but that means you're racist and you're homophobic. So you had to slide in that cis shit because you're really homophobic too. So I just can't be a regular nigga. You got to be racist and homophobic. Because that's going to make me a little bit different from the other Negroes. See, the black woman really got her damn wake-up call. You see, the white supremacist Karen was letting her know, yeah, you're in this bar with all of these other white lesbians and these white LGBT people, but you're a nigga. You understand? You still a nigga. You dig? Yeah, that's cis bullshit. That's an epithet. And what's interesting, they tell us we got to respect their pronouns. Respect our pronouns. I don't want to be called no fucking cisgender because I ain't no cisgendered. I'm a man. Y'all can sit up and, with the backing of white mommy and white daddy, call us out of our name. We don't want to be called cis, gendered. You dig? But if we say, hey, brother, you misclassifying me. You're misgendering me. You dig? If we call certain things out. Because they got the backing of white mommy, white daddy. But I'm just showing you how these folks are so on code right now with allowing white supremacists. They're allowing each other to get away with murder. They're doing anything right now. And they're giving each other a cosign. It's getting extremely blatant at this point. They just found some white woman. Didn't they find a white woman out there at Yellowstone Park somewhere? No, at some national park. I don't think it was Yellowstone Park. They found a white woman out there at a park, and her and her boyfriend went on a camping trip for like a month, and his ass came back by himself, splaining, and they didn't even list his ass as a suspect, and now his ass is gone. He's missing. They said that his family was kind of caping for him, talking about they don't know where he is. So this white woman, they were looking for her. Her name is Gabby Petito. Let me show y'all this news story about her. They just found her remains tonight, and they can't find her boyfriend over there. Hold on.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabby Petito.
We begin with breaking news out of Wyoming, where the FBI have confirmed that a body has been found in the area where investigators were searching for Gabby Petito.
A sad update today. Investigators did not confirm the identity of that body found, but they did confirm that it is consistent with Gabby's description, offering condolences even to her family. Petito was reported missing on September 11th. She disappeared while traveling on a cross-country trip with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Fox News has confirmed that the Teton County coroner has arrived in the Bridger-Teton National Forest. No cause of death has been confirmed or any indication as to what it could be.
Okay, but they can't find the damn boyfriend. Now listen, that's more white privilege. In this story, they never said that the boyfriend was a suspect or nothing. He hasn't been charged. The boyfriend hasn't been charged at all. You understand? I'm just giving you just an example of just how they do when it comes to slaps on the wrist. When it comes to white slaps on the wrist, boy, they don't play around. Now, this dude went on a vacation with his girlfriend, came back by himself. He's not even a suspect yet. He's not really officially a suspect, and he's in hiding somewhere. Don't nobody know where he is. Now, if a Negro went somewhere and came back by himself, boy, everybody on the block will be looking. He'd be a suspect. Everybody he talked to on the phone would be charged. Everybody. You understand? This is how deep this shit is. They're giving each other passes heavy. There's a white woman out there in Texas. There's another situation where she was a wanted fugitive. She was charged. I think she murdered somebody, got off, then she murdered somebody else, and now she's on the run. Now, there's a 19-year-old white woman out there in Texas. And it was a mammy judge that gave her bail to get out. Hold on.
A 19-year-old woman charged in the murder of a man who was set on fire along with his wife, who was critically burned, has been on the run since April.
Now, before this happened, she was given 2 felony bonds. She was allowed to be free as she was awaiting trial, only to then fail to show up for court. And Fox 26's Randy Wallace looks closer tonight at this case and his continuing series Breaking Bond, live from the Southwest side. Randy?
Caitlin, if 174th Criminal District Court Judge Hazel Jones would have revoked Emma Pressler's bond instead of just giving her another one when she picked up a new felony charge, a 33-year-old man might be alive tonight, and his wife wouldn't be fighting to survive.
I mean, this girl had a lot going on in less than a year.
For some reason, judges seem to want to bend over backwards for 19-year-old Emma Pressler.
She should have been locked up a long time ago.
Pressler's run-in with the law began in September of 2020. That's when she and 4 other defendants were charged in the murder of 20-year-old Sierra Rod.
She was there. We all know she was there. I mean, it's just, the truck was at my house. She was caught in the truck. She was there. Her boyfriend is charged with Sierra's murder and is in jail.
But a magistrate decided there was no probable cause, so he dismissed the murder charge against Pressler. When Pressler lands in the 174th Criminal District Court, Judge Hazel Jones gives her a felony bond for credit card abuse.
Now they're going to try to blame the black judge, but let's be clear. These mammy judges, they got to do what they're told. They know if that woman was hard on this white girl, they'd get that black woman off the bench. They know, so the mammy judge, they put these judges in here knowing that they got to be lighthearted. They got to be light with white defendants.
So she's out. So now we're out on a felony. Months later, she gets charged with yet another felony.
The DA's office asked Judge Hazel Jones to revoke Pressler's bond and put her in jail. Instead, Judge Jones gives Pressler another felony bond.
Pressler's been a fugitive for over 4 months. She's been wanted.
Earlier this month, police say Emma Pressler went to the Kingwood home of 33-year-old Devin Graham, doused him with gasoline, and set him on fire, killing him. His 26-year-old wife, Carissa Little.
All right, this woman, goddamn. This woman, this is on some natural-born killers type of shit, dude. The suspect is on some natural-born killers. Have y'all seen the movie Natural Born Killer with Woody Harrelson back in the day? This white people just going around killing folks. God damn. And I don't even know if the white woman is in jail yet. I don't know if they got her yet. But I'm telling you about those mammy judges, especially out there in Texas. Those mammy judges and that wig that she kind of has a divestment wig. Yeah, she kind of has a divestment wig on, by the way. That wig looks non-FBA, by the way. But this white woman is wreaking havoc and getting slaps on the wrist, and they want to make that black mammy judge the fall guy, because they know, look, if that judge goes hard, you know, these Negro judges know y'all got to go hard on Negroes. When it comes to white folks, y'all remember Tammy the Mammy? Y'all saw how Tammy the Mammy was all in court hugging on that white woman who killed both of them, John. There's a lot of them like that. All the mammy judges. You don't get to be a judge out there in Texas unless you're a mammy. Yeah, unless you're a mammy, they're not going to let you be a judge. They're not going to really back you. So they already know going in that these are mammy judges going in down there, all right? Some of those judges out there who's really about the business, like our brother Olu Stevens, he's the one. People like that brother who's for real, he throws the book at these white supremacists. They can't stand him. They always have some type of, all these little meetings and hearings to try to revoke this brother's tenure, try to revoke his position. They always do stuff to try to get at our good brother, Judge Olu Stevens. But I show y'all that to say this. This is why black folks get off this whole narrative that, man, we as black folks, man, if we stop committing all this crime, we do be committing all this crime. Man, look, you got folks out here who commit crimes that are just unimaginable to us, but they just get slaps on the wrist. I want us to get out this narrative that our culture is synonymous with criminality. It is not. Other groups, they commit crimes left and right. They just get slaps on the wrist, and the laws are not enforced when it comes to these other groups. So we're overly criminalized. Not that we commit more crimes, we're just overly criminalized. Big difference. I want black folks to get that shit in their heads. I hate when I see niggas running around here. Well, if we want white people to respect us, we gonna have to stop all we do be committing all this crime now. That's coon talk. You understand? Get off that. We got to get on top of our game, get on top of our square here. We got a coon problem. That's why we don't need more coons coming over, or more potential coons coming over. We already got domestic coons as it is, like I said. Speaking of domestic coons, let me show y'all this. This is a great example of domestic coons that we already got to deal with. Hold on, I put this on my social media. Family, we already got Negroes like this lurking around. This right here. We already got to deal with stuff like this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Y'all need a history lesson. This flag right here represents the South, not racism.
I got a black girlfriend with 2 mixed babies.
I got a white girlfriend with 2 mixed babies.
Now.
Booyah! Y'all need...
Ooh. It's 2021, and we still got niggas like that running around here, see? We don't need no more coons. We don't need no more potential coons out here. We got that running around here. Family, this nigga looks like the live body version of Uncle Ruckus. People think Uncle Ruckus is a damn joke. There's live versions of Uncle Ruckus out here with a Confederate flag. You dig? See, the white supremacist talk about he got 2 mixed babies. And the Negro, I got 2 mixed babies by a white woman. So what racism? Family, there's Negroes out here who are ready to go pick cotton. If the white supremacists said, hey, we're going to open the plantations back up, we're going to have niggas picking cotton, and we're going to have niggas getting buck broken, niggas like that will be lining up like, sir, what type of oil do you want me to use on my bussy? They'd be ready. Let's keep it a buck. These niggas will be plantation ready. You know? We already got coon problems. We don't need more, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need more. We got a coon problem. We got a broken buck problem. Speaking of broken bucks, there was an earthquake out here in LA. The epicenter was Carson. We had an earthquake out here, okay? There was an earthquake. And they started interviewing people. And you know how they do. When they interview people, they go find the most extra person they can find. And they found this brother who's a hairstylist. They found this brother to give a description. And you know how they do. They found this brother right here to talk about the earthquake. And boy, he couldn't wait to perform. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this was on the news out here in LA. This was on Channel 7 News. Hold on, let me get it together. This was on the news. This is this dude describing the earthquake. Hold on.
I was doing my client weave, and when I was doing her weave, I was right in the middle of someone and went boom, and then everything just went boom, like boom, hit the ground, right? I was like, oh my God, Lord, please let me stop. I don't want to die this way. So my coworker came, he stood in the doorway right here, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I just grabbed my little niece and I was just going to the floor like this. I almost forgot what to do. I was just stop, drop, roll. I was doing my client weave.
Okay. So during an earthquake, this dude stopped, dropped, and rolled, and he dropped his Bucci cat down low. This nigga just started twerking. Stop, drop, and roll during an earthquake don't really do anything to stop an earthquake. This nigga just wanted to do a little bussy pop for whoever was around. I don't know what he was dropping and rolling for. He just wanted to do some bussy popping. His natural inclination was drop down and get his eagle on. That ain't got a goddamn thing to do with an earthquake. This nigga just wanted to spread his butt cheeks for somebody. That didn't have nothing to do with no damn earthquake. You stop, drop, and roll if there's a fire. This nigga's natural senses was to drop down and spread them. Okay? These niggas are plantation ready. This nigga's first instinct was to drop down and spread it. All right? That don't really work during an earthquake, my G. But okay. All right, bruh. Boy, we got some niggas out here who's plantation ready. They are ready for the damn plantation, ladies and gentlemen. These niggas are ready. Speaking of moist, y'all boy, remember Lil Nas X when he was on the Breakfast Club the other day? Again, like I said, they're pushing an agenda with this guy, with Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X was on the Breakfast Club talking about the kids. Now, this is a dude who has children's books. This is Lil Nas X who has children's books. And I told people, when you type in baby videos, Lil Nas X videos pop up. And this is Lil Nas X talking about the kids. Hold on.
Pressure of, I see it all the time. Parents will be like, you know, you have a responsibility because kids are watching. You hear that? Cardi B had that same problem, and Nicki had that same problem. Do you feel that same way? Like,
I don't
your own
really,
kids?
I feel like I used to, but now it's just like, so, like fuck your kids. Not like fuck your kids.
That's exactly what you just said.
but like,
You just gave them another headline, Montero.
Okay, so that's y'all boy right there. And this is who he writes children's books. This is a guy who writes children's book. Lil Nas X, C is for country and B is for bussy. So he writes children's books. He's all on Sesame Street. They got Lil Nas X all on Sesame Street in his little Boochie Cat clothes, and his mantra is fuck your kids. Okay. Figuratively and literally. All right? What y'all scared niggas is, y'all don't want to call that out. This is your pop and R&B and rap artist right here. There you go. That's your pop, R&B, and rap right there. This is what pop, R&B, and rap has become right here. That's y'all guy right here. All right? That's y'all. That's y'all new niggas. That's what it is. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to even go in on him too much. But I posted this. The other day I talked about how they reclassified the CDC. They reclassified the definition of a vaccine. For the longest, for the last couple of 100 years, vaccine had one definition. A vaccine was something that really provided immunity. And I got to be careful with my words. You know, you got to be careful with your words on here when you start talking about vaccines. I'm talking about things in a historic context, okay? Let me preface everything now for the safety of the channel. I'm not telling people what to get or what not to get. I'm talking about history right now. I'm just talking about history. I'm just talking about things in a historic context right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm just talking history right now. Talking about history in a historic context. All right? Let me just preface it by that. So they had to change the definition of what a vaccine is because people were countering a lot of the vaccine narratives by saying, hey, this new thing that you're trying to give us, by your own definition, it's not really a vaccine by your own definition. And they couldn't really argue with that. Because as we see, certain people are getting certain medical procedures and they're still coming down with certain illnesses. I'm talking in code, but you can feel me. This is why certain people who get certain vaccines are still coming down with certain illnesses. No, I didn't, ladies technique. I did not. So by definition, what you're getting is not really a vaccine based on their definition. So what they did is basically, I'm white and I say so. We're going to change the definition of what a vaccine is. Yeah, Chris Rock tweeted something about the vaccine. Let me show you what Chris Rock said. Let me show y'all what Chris Rock said, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Rock had a situation And I'm just reporting the news. That's all I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reporting the news. If I could find it, hold on. Where's that thing with Chris Rock? Where's that thing with Chris Rock? Hold on. Here it is, right here. This is Chris Rock. I'm going to show y'all what he said. Chris Rock said he'd been diagnosed with a certain illness and urged his followers to get vaccinated. He got vaccinated himself, and he still got an illness, okay? So a lot of people have reservations because you're getting a certain procedure and you're still coming down with a certain illness. I'm not saying that to denigrate Chris Rock. I'm just reading the news. Because if you talk against that, as we see what's happening with Nicki Minaj, you know, they're going after her. And, you know, you don't want your opportunities to dry up in the Hollywood system. Yeah? I know I got to stop saying the B word. But I'm talking about it in a historic context. Listen. I'm talking about it in a historic context. Now, a lot of people have been trying to get black folks on this. Black people have been told, y'all, we got to get you guys together with this procedure. And then people start talking about Tuskegee, but this thing goes deeper than Tuskegee. People talk about the reservations that black people have to certain medical procedures, and they keep trying to put it on Tuskegee. But listen, family, I put up this article from 1897. Our reservations about certain medical procedures, it's gone on way longer than Tuskegee. This is an article, ladies and gentlemen, from the New York Times, the year 1897, and I'm just talking history. The Atlanta Vaccination War, okay? The Atlanta Vaccination War. Guest at a Negro wedding and courtroom spectators corralled. Atlanta's just now the theater of an active vaccination war. The large Negro population is fighting vaccination and compelling the physicians to take around with them armed policemen. So let me give you some context here. So in Atlanta, 1897, armed white supremacist police, they were corralling black people at gunpoint to make them take smallpox vaccines. This is 1897. They had black people at gunpoint corralling them together to make them take the smallpox vaccine. Learning of a stylish Negro wedding last night, officers crept upon the house and kept the inmates corralled within while the physician duly vaccinated the bride and all the attendant company. This morning, a similar scene took place in the city courtroom, which is always crowded with Negroes. At a signal from Judge Reed, every door and window was guarded and all present was vaccinated. So a bunch of black people who are already in court, they locked the doors and the window and at gunpoint made black people in Atlanta get vaccinated because of smallpox. This is history. I'm just reading history. I'm just reading history, guys. They made black people, and black people were fighting it. They didn't want to get vaccinated. In several instances, hold on, officers who accompanied the vaccinated corpse had to resort to violence to secure the enactment of the law. So they had to beat black people. Now, and they act like we're crazy because we don't want certain procedures happening. Y'all, this goes way deeper than Tuskegee. They were beating and abusing black people to force them to get the smallpox shot. They were beating black people at gunpoint. They were abusing black people. This is history I'm talking. Don't flag me for reading history. I'm just teaching history here. Yeah, black people, yeah, we don't want to be abused. We didn't want to be abused and beaten. That's why they call it the vaccine war. This is the New York Times. You can look this up. This is the New York Times. The Negroes seen to hate vaccination worse than smallpox, and the appearance of one little white points is enough to scatter an semblance of them. In the house-to-house canvass, which the doctors have been pursuing, every subterfuge has been tried to elude vaccination. In some cases, the Negroes have remained away from home for weeks to simply evade the law. So listen, so black people, they didn't want to get no vaccine, and they didn't want to get abused because they clearly didn't trust the white supremacists. Now, I posted this on my thing, and there's some white supremacists hopping in here. Now, look at this. These are white supremacists in the comments trying to justify it, talking about, well, guess what? We don't have smallpox anymore. But the vaccine worked. So that's a bad correlation, although it's history repeating itself. Hold on. Now, let me get on that. Talking about the vaccine work. So this guy, this suspected white supremacist, is trying to justify the black people being abused and forced at gunpoint to take the smallpox vaccine. But listen, black folks didn't want to take the smallpox vaccine or whatever they had. They didn't want to take it because at the time, let me tell you something. Black people knew how to cure smallpox on their own. Black people knew how to cure a lot of illnesses on their own at the time. Let's get some history going on here. Family, get some paper and pen. Let me give y'all some history. We're going to do some history tonight. We're going to do some history tonight, and some of this stuff we're going to have to put in the museum too. We're going to do some history. Get your pens and paper. Let me teach you guys some history about how we got down. Listen, black people during that time, 1800s, even before then, we knew all types of medical remedies and elixirs. Family, do you know that the smallpox vaccine and the cure for smallpox was discovered by a black American enslaved brother in Boston? All right? There was a black American enslaved brother in Boston who came up with the what's it called? The inoculation, what's it called? I know it's the vaccination, but hold on. There's another word for it. It's on the tip of my tongue. What's the damn word? But there was a brother who came up with the cure for, the inoculation. Thank you. The inoculation. He came up with the inoculation for smallpox. The inoculation. There was a brother who came up with the inoculation for smallpox. In 1701, it was a brother, it was a black man who was enslaved who came up with the inoculation for smallpox. Smallpox was a big issue because they were, you had already had Aboriginal black people here, but you did have our African brothers and sisters being brought over on slave ships, and they were getting it from the white supremacists on the slave ships. So they were coming over here, and coming off those slave ships, the white people and the people they infected, they were having smallpox. And it was spreading in certain cities in what would become the United States. It was a black man named Onesimus. His name was Onesimus. That was his slave name. He didn't have a last name. Onesimus. He was the one who came up with the cure for smallpox. Okay? And in fact, his inoculation became really the basis of modern vaccines. The use of vaccines to get a certain part of an illness, and then you put a certain level of it inside the bloodstream, and that will help prevent other people from dying from the certain illness. Onesimus is his name. Onesimus. Onesimus. That is his name. He was the one who came up with the cure for smallpox. Okay? His master was a white supremacist named Cotton Mather. Cotton Mather, let me give y'all some names. Write these names down. Cotton Mather was infamous for being a part of that whole Salem witch trial out there, Salem, Massachusetts, okay? In the 1600s, you had the Salem witch trials. A lot of folks don't really know what that Salem witch trial thing was really about. The Salem witch trials, it really got popping over here in North America, in Salem, because a bunch of white women, young white women, white girls, they started learning voodoo from a black woman who was an Aboriginal woman over here. Okay? There was a black woman named Tituba, and they try to play games with her heritage. Tituba, Tituba. It was a black woman named Tituba. And they play games with her lineage. Some says they say she's a Native American, which many black people were Native Americans, and then they say, well, she's an African, but she was a black native. When you read between the lines, she was a black Aboriginal person, Tituba. She was a black woman. In some narratives, they portray her as a black woman or enslaved African, but she was a black woman. So more than likely, she was a foundational black woman who was an Aboriginal black woman here, okay? Tituba, that's her name. Tituba was teaching them white girls voodoo, okay? That scared them white supremacists shitless, okay? Because they were like, it's all about Christianity, and we gotta teach Christianity, any type of natural spiritual system outside of Christianity, especially some of that black voodoo shit. We can't have that. We can't have the white women learning that. You understand? Because Tituba was teaching these white women voodoo, and she was teaching you how to use shit to kill some of these fucking people. You dig? Tituba was teaching voodoo. That's what the witchcraft was. It was really voodoo. Voodoo, hoodoo. And teaching folks, hey, you can, if you use this correctly, you can kill some folks. Teaching them how to make the witch's cake and all that. She was teaching them some real shit. So they got Tituba. Tituba let them know what was going down. Yeah, I'm teaching voodoo. You know, it is what it is. So they had to find all the white women who was learning this shit. They had to find all the white women who learned it. Whoever got around this black ass woman and learned that damn voodoo shit, we're gonna burn you at the stake. You understand? They had to get all the white women up who learned that voodoo and get them right. But it was Tituba. It was a black woman who was teaching that. And the man who was over the Salem witch trial was Cotton Mather. They knew how real this stuff was. Now, some people say she was born in Barbados. Some people say she was born down in Colombia. So again, they got all these different things twisted about her history. We do know this was a black woman, though. Let's just keep it, this is a black woman. They play games about where she was born and all. This is a sister, all right? She was a sister who knew some goddamn voodoo. However you want to slice it, you know, they try to hide that she was a black woman who knew voodoo. And she was teaching them white women that shit. So they said, now, we got all you white women who learned this shit, you're going to have to get up out of here. You're going to have to get the hell out of here. We're going to burn your ass at the stake. So Cotton Mather, he was a big part of that. He was co-signing that. Get him out of here. So he has, Cotton Mather has his own slave, Onesimus. Onesimus knew all that voodoo stuff too. He knew all about elixirs and healing and all this. And Cotton Mather didn't trust Onesimus. He always wrote about, oh, I don't trust this nigga. This nigga's kind of smart. I got to keep an eye on him. Okay? Got to keep an eye on this nigga. But Onesimus came up with the cure for smallpox. But at the time, a lot of the other white people didn't really want to hear nothing about another black person who knew how to heal and use some of these ancient remedies to heal certain things. They don't want to know about that. And they had reservations. They just had that witch trial. So they were like, this Onesimus nigga, we don't want to, you say he got a way to cure smallpox and all that, but this is nigger voodoo. We don't want that nigger voodoo. We don't want white people getting it, okay? We just had that Tatuba shit a couple of decades ago. Get that nigga Onesimus and have him sit down somewhere. Now here's the thing. In 1721, in Boston, there was a big outbreak. Big outbreak of smallpox. So a bunch of white people started dying. White people dying left and right. About 14% of the population. Yeah, Cod Mathers was a pastor. Yeah, he was. But about 14% of the population in Boston, they were dying because of smallpox. So they're like, oh shit. Hey Cotton, where's your Negro? Where's that little voodoo remedy that your nigga had? So then they got that remedy and then they started healing people and stopping people from dying of smallpox because they had to go back and get Onesimus's his remedy. Okay? And they've been using it ever since. And now they take credit. So all the people who was around Onesimus, the black man, they try to take credit for coming up with the vaccine for, or the cure rather, for smallpox, which it was a black man doing that. It was the black man. So everything I told you, look all this stuff up. Look all this stuff up. The point is, we as black folks, especially when we were enslaved here, we knew how to heal ourselves. We had a whole bunch of things and a whole bunch of ancient knowledge to heal ourselves. We were doing it left and right, and it scared white people. Natural remedies at the time, they were terrified of that shit. When you see white people doing the natural stuff, now, all the natural shit is recent with white people. That's a relatively recent thing. For a long time, white people were afraid of natural remedies because that natural remedies was associated with voodoo and hoodoo, okay? That was associated with black magic and all that. White people were afraid of that shit. Yeah? That's what medicines for white people back in the day. It would have opium and cocaine in it. It was cocaine, opium, and alcohol. Stuff to just get you high so you don't feel the symptoms. Okay? What they would do, they would just basically get doped up. All of their medicines had drugs in them. Just coke, heroin, all this shit to get you high so you don't feel the symptoms. And they're like, hey, that's the kind of medicine I want. It was the black people who said, hey, no. We're not going to get you high. You need to put a little root in here. We're going to put some ginger here. We're going to put some oil in here. We're going to get this from another plant. We're going to put this in here. And we're going to cure that. But that would scare white people. They're like, wait a minute. This nigga has me in a room with all these flowers and plants. Is this nigga going to poison me? See, white people thought black folks, they always had this paranoia that black folks was going to poison them because, keep it in a buck, some black people did poison their ass. Let's keep it a whole buck. Let's keep it a buck. There were some black people who were like, hey, look, Master, I see you got a cough. I made a little something for you. And then Master take that damn medicine and all of a sudden, Master done croaked. So yeah, Master did get killed by some of his slaves every now and then. And boy, the word went out. So that's why for a long time, they were scared of that. Anything natural that Negroes came up with, they ran from that shit. Yeah? They're paranoid about that. And even natural herbalists to this day, they still got paranoia about. Hell, that's why they had a bug in their ass about Dr. Sebi and Dr. Layla Africa. They had a bug in their ass about these folks. Yeah? Yeah, let's keep it a buck. There were some of our folks, they were making special drinks for these white supremacists and getting them. Yeah? Man. That's why they had to keep an eye on George Washington Carver. Yeah, see, they give him praises and props, but they had to keep an eye on him. They were like, wait a minute. We like the fact that he knows how to work with plants, But this nigga is a little bit too good with these plants. Let's watch what this nigga is doing. Let's watch and see if this nigga don't put together some kind of plant that's gonna kill white folks. That's why they had to keep a real close eye on Dr. George Washington Carver. They're like, hey, this nigga's a little bit too good with these plants. You know? So they were watching his ass. Yeah? And that's why they got us scared of voodoo and hoodoo. They got us scared of it because they're scared of it. Yeah? Yeah, man. We knew how to put that shit together. So they're very funny style about certain black folks making them natural remedies for them, that guilty conscience. But I want y'all to look up our brother Onesimus. Look up Onesimus. Look up Tituba. Look up these people. Real heavy history. Very heavy history. Anyway, y'all, look, our album, Funk on Wheels, our EP is really an EP. Our Funk on Wheels EP comes out in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 more weeks into the Funk on Wheels EP. Y'all go right there, hit that link below. Hit the iTunes link and pre-order. If you pre-order now, you get half off. You're going to get half off for the EP if you pre-order. Get that now. Everybody pre-order the Mink Slide Funk on Wheels EP right now if you have an iPhone. We're still getting the museum together, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting that popping. People are sending me stuff. I showed y'all what our sister Dominique sent me. Somebody sent me this. They did some artwork of me. Hold on one second. They kind of got me, hold on. Because people are sending in stuff, and I'm going to have more people send in stuff. But this one, I don't know. Brother got me kind of looking like Dr. Martin Luther King on this one right here. This is kind of cool, but it got me looking like Dr. King on here. All right. It's cool. Nice work, but I have a dream. All right, this is kind of cool. I might have to get this framed. Nice work here. Shout out to the brother who did this. Yeah. Shout out to the cat who did that. All right. So we're making it happen. We are making it happen, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to keep everybody posted on what's going on with the museum later on this week. I'm going to keep people posted on what's going on with it. We're still making it happen. Again, like I said earlier, we're ready. We got all our money together. We got all of our paperwork together. We're waiting on them, the sellers of the properties, because there's 2 properties we're looking at, and they own both of them. We're just waiting on them to give us the green light and tell us where to sign. So we're ready to go. We're good to go, and we're ready. We're just waiting on them. But we're going to make it happen. It's going to happen because we're ready, and we're going to make it happen. So anyway, y'all, go to, again, iTunes, get the new Mink Slide EP, and subscribe to the Mink Slide channel. Everybody go to the Mink Slide YouTube channel and check out our video, Phone Down. Go to Mink Slide up here and check out our video, Phone Down. It's about to go viral. It's over 100,000 views in a couple of days, so it's doing very good right now. And I'm going to holler at you guys this Tuesday.